Hey guys, I'm back with another Batmobile, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the Hot Toys Cosbaby Batman and Batmobile set from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. This is the latest addition to my current Batmobile addiction. If you've been watching my channel, then you know that many of the recent videos that I've done have been some version of this Dawn of Justice Batmobile. One of the few things that I absolutely loved about the movie was the look of Batman's world. I especially loved the design of this Batmobile. And again, I can't wait to see this Batmobile in action in the Suicide Squad movie. Now, this collectible from Hot Toys is not going to be for everyone. This is a very stylized collectible, and I think for Hot Toys, their Cosbaby line is sort of their approach to the Funko Pop line of collectibles. So let's take a look at the packaging. There's a big window box so you can clearly see Batman and the Batmobile. And sorry about the glare there from my lights. It has the Cosbaby logo on this side. And on the other side, on the bottom, it has the Hot Toys logo over here. The sides of the box have a clear BVS logo. And it has the release number on the bottom there. Now, what I think is cool about the print on the box is, if you look closely, the black sections on the bottom have a print of the texture from Batman's suit from the movie. And if you look at the gold sections on the other side here, that print sort of has that chainmail pattern from Superman's suit. I thought that was a nice touch. Now, all of the gray sections have these mass images of the Cosbaby Batman. And that continues on the top. The back of the box has the warning label and some of the other information, and it also has an animated image of the Cosbaby Batman and the Batmobile. It's a really nice box, and it's Hot Toys, so all of this, it really adds to the collectible quality. But let's get everything out of package and take a closer look at what's inside. So, out of the box, you can really get a better sense of just how cartoony and stylized these collectibles are. This may be obvious, but based on the name of the line, I'm guessing the Cosbaby design concept is basically this idea of babies who are cosplaying as certain characters. Again, very stylized and somewhat similar to the Funko approach to collectibles. Let's check out the Batman figure first. It's all plastic, and the sculpt does a good job of capturing Batman's suit from the movie. The bat symbol on his chest there is raised, and there's some nice sculpting detail on his utility belt and his gauntlets. And then there's that raised gold portion on his boots. The rest of the suit detail is printed on. It's just like the detail on his face and his eyes. There's no sculpting there. The cape is a slightly softer plastic material. And that's a good thing, especially if you want to display this figure with the Batmobile. The only articulation is the head rotation. And the rest of the body is just basically like a statue. Now, the head is hollow. And because of the design, with the head being bigger than the rest of the body, sometimes it can be a little top-heavy, but it's not too difficult to get him to stand up. He stands roughly about 10 centimeters or 4 inches. It's a pretty cool little design, and just as a comparison, here is the BVS Batman from the Funko Pop line, and here is an armored Batman from the Jada Metals diecast line. Now, aside from the obvious differences in design, I think the big distinction between each line is the construction. The Pop and the Jada figures feel like they have a stronger and a more solid construction. Obviously, the Jada is made of die-cast metal, so that one is going to be more sturdy. I'm not saying that the Cosbaby figure is cheap, but it does feel just a little bit fragile compared with the other two figures. So let's just set the figures aside and take a look at the Batmobile, since that's the reason why I picked this setup. Now, just like the figure, this Batmobile is obviously not an exact replica, right? It's more like a caricature of the design of the Batmobile that we see in the movie. It's very cartoon-like, right? And I love how scrunched up and bulky it looks. It's kind of funny. And despite the stylized design, the detail is very accurate and pretty intricate, too. Like, check out the gun turret. And the detail on the bumper is very nice. And looking at the top, it has all of the expected sculpted lines on the hood and around the canopy there. You know, it's unmistakably the Batmobile from the movie. They even included some of the extra detail around the hydraulics on the side and on the bumpers of the back tires. And I love how massive and solid the tires are, especially the back tires. Now, virtually all of the model is black, but you do have some silver pieces on the back with the exhaust port and the pipes. It does make me wonder why they didn't do a little bit more with that. It would have been nice if they included some extra silver pieces on the sides there with the hydraulics and the back bumpers. There's also some sculpted detail underneath. And of course it has the Hot Toys and the DC Comics manufacturing print. Now, my favorite part is the wheels. They're so well made. You know, they don't wobble or anything like that. They feel very secure, but they roll with incredible ease. It's very smooth and very balanced. Now, this Batmobile doesn't come with many features or moving parts. The gun turret doesn't rotate or anything like that. In fact, it comes with instructions inside that say that you shouldn't try to rotate the gun turret because it could potentially break off. But beyond the rolling wheels, it does have one other small feature. The top of the canopy is a lid that can pop off. You just lift it up here, and you can fit the Batman figure inside. Now, you can't just sit him inside the cockpit because of the way his cape flares out on the sides. So you gotta first pinch the sides of his cape together, and then you can push him down inside the driver's seat. And that's as far as he goes. I think that's sort of intentional in terms of the design. It kind of adds to that big wheel, toy car for kids kind of look that I think they're going for. It's nice, you know, and obviously this is a different sort of display piece. As you guys know, I prefer some of these smaller sized Batmobiles. The Cosbaby Batmobile is about 6 inches or 15 centimeters from the front of the bumper to the back. So it won't take up a lot of room in your collection space. And you know, if you have any of the other Cosbaby figures, and they have several really cool variations of both Batman and Superman, then I think this Batmobile would look great alongside any of them. In closing, I think this is a really cool, a really unique looking collectible set. Again, this line is not going to be for everyone, but if you're into stylized collectibles like Funko Pops, Dorbs, the Jada figures, you might like this one too. I really like it. I'd say the main downside for this line is that it's probably a little overpriced for what it is. I'm not sure if that's just because it's made by a high-end company like Hot Toys, but this set is going to run you anywhere between $50 to $80. I'm a sucker for this design of the Batmobile, so you guys know I had to pick one up. I think the price point might be a little high, but the solid construction of this Batmobile might be worth it. So, we've been looking at the Hot Toys Cosbaby Batman and Batmobile set from Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.